You know what would be interesting? If this was a Gangplank Chronicles video, the first of its kind. It would be intriguing if this was my ranked experience and my first ever Gangplank games in ranked on Summoner's Rift, or either one of the two. Wouldn't that be fascinating? Oh, wait a second. That's exactly what this is. Hey there. I'm Dakota Meatballs. Or I should say I am Dakota, host of the Dakota Meatballs YouTube channel. Here's a pro tip. My actual last name is not Meatballs. Now here's a fun fact. Is that a fact? Or is it simply a massive facade so that nobody can find my actual name? Because my real name is indeed Dakota Meatballs. That's neither here nor there. What is here, though, is an atrocious tower dive. But in the end, it sort of works. And by in the end, of course, it does not work because I lose my tower. It's interesting. Laners think that it's their tower. No. All of the towers belong to everyone on the team, okay? If the top laner loses his tower, no. That's the team losing their top tower, okay? People gotta try to understand that. I've seen people get mad at laners who lose their tower, saying it like it's their, like it's solely their responsibility to defend it. Like protecting the tower is the only play, and the only good play, you know? I've seen it where a top laner makes a huge play across the map, get 2 kills in bot lane, get the bot tower, get the dragon. He loses top tower. The jungler says, "Nice job, top, at losing tower first. GG." What do you do in that situation? It's difficult to tell, because that jungler is a teammate who's not on the same page of being a teammate. He's not on board with being a member of the team. He's not on board with creating a team. All he wants to do is do the 1v9 or 1v4v5, as I'm coining it right here for the first time ever on national television in blinding medium definition audio and blinding 720p video, 1080p audio, 1440p taste. I don't know. Can you quantify? So in sight, right, for video, you could say it's like 1080p, 720p, whatever have you. And in audio, maybe you could do the same. You do it with hertz, but perhaps there's a calculation that translates hertz into definition in a similar way of pixels. Obviously not exactly, because you can't hear in pixels, but maybe there's something there mathematically. My question is that if you can have a 1080p sight and a 1080p sound, can you quantify taste with P as well? You know what I'm talking about? Like, can you have a food that's a 1080p taste? Can you have a food that's just a 144p taste? I mean, come on, dude. Really? Really? You gonna serve me 144p food? I'm paying top dollar for this? Oh gosh diddly. But you know what? That's okay. There's a market for all sorts of foods, right? Because surely there's a price differential as well. And in fact, maybe there's even people out there who will, as sort of like a goof and an experience in and of itself, buy bad food for very expensive price. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like I'm explaining it well, but at the same time, I feel like nobody cares. But at the same time, I feel like there is a market of people who do care. Though at the same time, my non-professional advice is, why care about this topic? That is a question, and I do not have an answer for it. But who does? I don't care. Who does? Indeed. Though I do care at the same time. Curious how that can be the case, right? Certainly, the mere fact that I'm talking about it allows the self an argument. He wants some meatballs. I like that, you know? I'm a big fan. Hey, give him the meatballs. Hey, let me tell you something real quick. Give this man the meatballs. He's requested the meatballs. Well, you know what I think? I say we give it to him. You think we should give him the meatballs? I think he deserves the meatballs. It's come to this, right? He's a man, he wants meatballs. I gotta flash out of there because I'm ill-prepared and unaware for the Zao, the Genka. Here, I'm just doing a little bit of baiting because I know Mundo's here. Unfortunately, I don't have enough damage yet to really do the dirty, so Mundo ends up going down. If you know what I mean. And surely you do know what I mean. If your name is Shirley, and if it's not, well then, Jim, you do know what I mean, Jim. This is just a massive bait, by the way. It's always a massive bait when you have your oranges up on Gangplank. Everyone likes, look at this, okay? He's gonna come in, right? I'm just standing right next to his thing because he wants to get the knock-up. He misses the knock-up, but even if he hit it, I was already prepped, right? Is correct. Either way, I was prepped with the oranges. I had them in my back pocket. I saw the move coming from a million miles away, you know? I would walk 500 miles. I would run 500. I wouldn't run. I don't think I've even ran 500 miles in my life. I don't know if I've even walked 500 miles in my life. And I'm a million-year-old ancient artifact of the ancient relic of ancient times. Indeed. What if that were true, you know? You can't really prove that it's not true, right? Even if you knew everything about me. Could you say that I wasn't just some ancient deity of sorts? Just sort of acting a fool up in here? Up in here? You know, making a bit of a goof, doing a little bit of trickery to sort of convince people that I was just one normal dude when I'm secretly 11 abstract grandmother bison? See, these are the questions, and there's no good answers. They're just sort of thought experiments, you know? That's what I like to bring to the table in commentaries. Thought experimentation, brilliancy in hindsight, and veracity in respect. I don't know what any of that means, but you don't gotta know what it means. You just gotta know that you're getting baited by Ornn into Pantheon's ultimate. And the other thing you gotta know is that you almost got out, you know? I'm spoiling it. I almost get out here. I do not fully get out here. It might look like I get out here, but everyone is up here. I am but one plank of the gang. Or plank of gang, I should say. Right? Because his name is Gangplank. That's the character's name. And like I've said before, if you sort of put two and two together, you got... What is it called, by the way? A word that's two words stuck together. Gangplank being one of them. Let's see, what's another one? Let me think here. I can't think. I'm having a baby. I don't know. That's like a some sort of snake maybe having a snake child. Curious indeed. Can you prove that I'm not a snake having a snake child? Maybe. Maybe not. You certainly have the evidence on your side. For example, have you ever seen a snake speak English? This is a question. I am speaking English. I suppose the odds are stacked against me, much like the world was stacked against Udyr in the interactive Udyr comic. Yes indeed. Xin Zhao is trying to do the dirty on a Baron steal here, but our team says, you're not going to get close to this Baron, Xin Zhao. And then I say, I'm not going to hit this ultimate in the right spot, so Varus is going to get away, but he turns around. He turns around. Turn around. Turn around. When you're playing Gangplank in the top lane, tanking down all the towers, turn around. When you get the inhibitor tower in top lane and you try to make the enemy turn around. Again, another song, another album. You know when it's gonna hit. You feel it instinctively, right? Is it instinctively or instinctually? Is instinctually even a word? Is getting ganked by two people, Pantheon Ult and Xin Zhao from the Shadows of the Fog of War, is that even a word? No, it's not a word. It's a phrase. And here on the Dakota Meatballs YouTube channel, we love coming up with new phrases that test the boundaries of humanity. And indeed, getting ganked by a Pantheon ultimate and flanked from the shadows by Zhenzhou, tests the boundaries of the human spirit and the human will. And because of that, we can philosophically advance as a species. And isn't that what it's all about, maybe? Maybe, I don't know. Here's what it's not all about. I get nothing with this ultimate. I try to catch Sona, but she's got a speed boost. I try to get Pantheon, but he's got a B boost, right? Because he backed, he recalled, and that's like with the B key. I get caught on a minion, but that's, you know, not like a B key. What if I was a B key? Indeed. Would I sell the honey, or would I eat every square centimeter of it? Of course, in the metric system, you know how, you know how it is. Sometimes you be like eating honey. In the imperial system, you're like, what's going on here, dude? I don't know. But then you switch to the metric system, you're like, this honey's pretty good. I heard that honey from some sort of species, like there's the honeybee, and their honey's like just a base honey. But then there's some sort of more dangerous bee. Like it's a, I want to say killer bee, but I don't know the exact species, and I don't even know if killer bee is a species. But anyway, long story short, whatever that species is, of a more dangerous bee, their honey is more potent. And by that I mean it's much more sweet. It's like darker in color. Yada bee, bada bee, as they say. You know? You can be who you want to be, once said one bee to another bee. And I respect that. Much how the opposite of how I disrespect missing the auto attack on Sona to destroy her. And since I missed it, and I missed my barrel combo, we're in a bit of a predinky donkey here. That's right, a bit of a predicament. And I don't have a good solution, other than trying to survive and clear the waves as everyone is diving, but it's not working out. And in the end, it did not work out. It did not work out. Yeah, it did not work out, dude. Great speaking. You really know words well, Dakota. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that. It works wonders on my self-esteem. Also working wonders on my self-esteem is being able to get solo kills on Gangplank against Yasuo. I have bad memories of facing Yasuo in the middle lane. I vaguely remember playing Galio and being utterly destroyed. And not just like a cow udder. No, I'm talking about U-T-T-E-R capital F. Utterly dismantled. And is that good? Maybe. You know, it teaches me a few things about the game. I learn a little bit more about how to play against Yasuo. But it can also be construed as bad. I believe it to be the case that you do know exactly what I mean, Summoner. Hello there. It is I, Gangplank. I am running away. I am flashing away. And on this day, I have survived. I will survive. Or I have survived. I have survived. I have survived. I got Yasuo. He's at low health. I'm in a brush that has no vision in it, so I am pretty safe, but it's pretty dangerous because we're at pretty low HP bars. And indeed, Vigar's coming for me, but I've got teleport. I've just got to buy enough time. I thought my play was going to work, but I had no map awareness, but in the end it worked out because I had a mid laner and jungler there, even though I really should have known that they were both there before I went for the play that I did, but I didn't. That's one of the things I'm learning, you know? My map awareness is lackluster at best. Another prime example of this is as you watch my videos, every now and then there's a clip where I'm getting ganked. And it's obvious because there's a jungler walking through a ward that I've placed down on the ground. And he just strolls through it for a couple of seconds. And I'm not reacting at all. Until eventually he shows up on my screen and then I react. Yeah, in the editing room, I've seen that a few times. He says, as if he has a room solely dedicated to editing. But you know what? That's okay. One day I'll have an editing room. One day I will have a production room. One day I will have something else that I I don't know. One day I'll have a kill on Twitch who just decides to appear in front of me invisibly as he's trying to run away from something else. One day I'm going to get a lot of CS in a Gangplank barrel combo. Gosh! Dang it, I love wave clearing on Gangplank and Rise. Did I say wave clearing or something else? I feel like I mispronounced the word there. So let me try that again. Okay, let me just look. Oh gosh, alright, back to the script. What do we got here? Okay, okay, let's see. Page. Okay, 15. What do we got here? Okay, let me read this again. Okay, Dakota. Gosh dang it, I really love wave clear on Gangplank and Rise. Okay, that should do it, and we'll pick up from here. Okay. Okay, are we good? Are we having a grand old time? Is it a blast? Is it a blasty blast? Is it a blast from the past? A blasty blast from the pasty past. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Maybe you might not. I don't know. References. There once was a word, and this word was a good one. Everyone learned from this word. The word had a definition, and that definition was found later in a dictionary. That word had a definition as the Gangplank stole the Baron. He scouted out the Baron with his barrel combo, then stole it away from the enemy team with his ultimate, indeed. And in the end, that's pretty good. I just noticed Baron and barrel are two words that both start with the first syllable, bear, said the bear. And is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Perhaps we will never know. Though at the same time, one day we might. Much like the dust might. Much like the some other might. Is there something that's just called a might? I think there's a thing that's just called a might. Anyway, long story short, our team fought in mid lane, and we lost the fight horribly. I don't know why we fought. It's just the nature of the rank that I am at, which is... That's right, I pronounced it perfectly, and now you know exactly the rank that I am at. Do not worry, do not fear. I am not self-confident at all about my rank. It just must have been some sort of microphone issue. So I will grab a microphone tissue. By the way, this is sort of a low-key, nice little thing about starting with this gold generation item, is that every now and then there'll be a teammate in a lane that I'm farming, and I'll be able to proc the stacks. And I don't know, to me that's just like a fun little minigame. And I'm a big fan with big barrel damage on Twitch. Is that good? Is it bad? It's probably good. Yeah, it's good. I'm not even going to say that nobody knows, or that it could be either one, or that it's two different options, or that there's a multitude of choices in life and that's so good about life. No. I'm just going to say flat out, it's good that I have high barrel damage, you know, because I'm the guy with the barrels in this game. Or in this match. I need to define, make it, you know, like, put a definitive line in when I'm talking about this particular round of League of Legends when I say game, or if I'm talking about, you know, escaping Twitch with a Yomu's active when I say game, or if I'm talking about trying to catch him when I see Sejuani and Braum both flanking with a good angle on Twitch, but they don't go in when I say game, or if I'm talking about League of Legends as a whole when I say game, or if I'm talking about League of Legends as a anti-hull. What is an anti-hull? Is that just called like a mound or a hill? I guess that's what it'd be called for dirt, right? If there's a hole in the dirt. If there's a hole in the dirt, then no one's gonna get something, I don't know, hurt. But even if there's not a hole, then no one's gonna get hurt, you know? I don't control the hole, you know what I'm talking about? I'm no hole manager, right? Though I do like to keep things wholesome, which is good. Not good is me trying to 5 versus 1 under our Nexus towers to defend the game at 43 minutes in. I'd really like to play a 40+ minute game and not just have our Nexus be destroyed because we lost one team fight. I would like to be able to, you know, defend it. But in the end, I failed.